All right, moving on to agenda item number 2 is the city council policy regarding email retention. Filtered, who makes the determination on what's kept and what's tossed, and I mean, it's valid stuff.
Mm-hmm. So the short answer is that if it is a record, an employee will pull it, or the city will pull it and file it as a record. Mm-hmm. If it is not a record, then it would just get deleted out of your missionks.org account. If it got forwarded to your personal email, that's sort of up to you.
Because everything gets forwarded to me.
Right. So this policy would only affect that Mission KS side, not what you see in your forwarded inbox. Because in other words, right now there are sort of 2 copies of every message floating out there for you. There's one in your mission box and one in your personal box. And this policy only affects your mission box.
Okay.
Because that's all that, there's like a line there. That's all the city.
Okay, so there's 2 emails then.
Mm-hmm.
There's one in my mission box and one that's been forwarded to my personal email.
Right.
Okay, but then who makes the determination as to whether or not to maintain or discard each email in?
My guess is it would probably be a city clerk's function, or because I know for
I would say that if you think it's a record,
then you would pull it.
Yeah, go ahead and pull it. I mean,
You don't have enough
Well, then you've got
hours.
another set of circumstances. If we're in litigation, there's a litigative hold that's put on emails too.
Yes.
It depends on the timing, the circumstance. There's a variety of variables out
what
there
you're
that
missing?
support.
I'm getting rid of my computer. I'm going with John. Do everything by paper nowadays.
Well,
no, if you think there's pending.
Because I mean that's most I don't know what to keep, what to get rid of. I mean certainly if hey, let's do lunch, that can go by the wayside, or let's plan on meeting at Applebee's for to discuss the election coming up in the spring. Do I keep that?
That's right.
Anything that you believe is of value to the public and knowing, you keep. So in my case, I get lots of emails, as you can imagine, on transportation utility fee. Mm-hmm. My hottest topic right now is star bonds. So I actually have folders, and all my emails go into transportation utility fee folder, gateway folder, star bonds folder. So I'm always tagging them and putting them in folders to keep, and those will always be kept. And then there's an email like, what time does the meeting start tonight? Is it 6:30 or 7?
Or change of venue, or
that's not worth keeping. I will also tell you that if there's an associated attachment, more than likely that's something that has to be kept, because there's a source document that you've been sent, mm-hmm. or somebody's asked you to comment on, mm-hmm. and that becomes something that you need to keep. So if there's an attachment, you can almost bet you're going to keep that. If it's just typical requests for information that I sometimes get, and I just send them a link to the website, or they send me a link to a website.
Or is it anticipated that you're going to set up something based on the capacity of what we've got on the website, or what you're keeping here, that our stuff needs to come to you?
No, what we're going to do is we're just going to give you a simple example of those things that you need to keep as a city council member. There's a lot of things that, we have moved so fast past email that I would argue that text messaging has actually replaced, in terms of importance, email. Because once people have your phone, they tend to text you messages. So now I tend to take my text messages and email them to myself, and I just add that to the folder.
Is the source an issue at all? In other words, if we're quoted in the Star saying something, that's their source. It's not ours.
No.
It's, okay.
No.
Now, will the computer hold all this data?
Yes. I mean, your email account holds the data, and as you get a record, you pull it out of the email account and we file it away. And then the email account will just automatically then go through and delete the junk.
Okay, but there's enough capacity to hold all that.
Correct.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We'll all share John's.
Yeah, we're going to share John's. We're going to jump on that bandwagon.
My guess is he gets email every once in a while. It gets bounced properly.
I don't even know what my password is on the mission email. I can't even get into it, which is fine.
There you go.
You can have it all.
You can't be accused of anything.
I don't know what that
But like Mission PD or Mission Court, none of those suffixes have any impact with this policy?
Correct. It only impacts missionks.org email addresses.
Okay.
Okay?
Any other,
Oh, I'm sorry, 395 days.
Correct. Yep.
is that a typo? Because down here it says 365.
No,
It's 395 plus 30, 365 plus 30 days in the trash can.
Right.
Any other questions, comments? If not, I'll look for a recommendation.
I so recommend.
Debbie, what's supposed to do?
John's gonna vote against it.
Mr. Weber, you want to abstain?
What'd you do? I said, take it there and with reservation, you said, this is Greek to me, buddy, I don't care what, it's up to the governing body.
I'll interpret that as a 4-0, but do not put it on the consent agenda. How's that?
That's good, that way you can talk about it.
There we can talk about it.
Somebody can talk about it.
You can talk about it.
No, I can't, I tell them that.
You can get rid of your carrier pigeons now.
Oh,